guys? Henry Harr here. With me always is the punk rock brother man, Mr. Johnny Noise.
Hey guys, welcome to the INERTIA channel. We got a great guest on tonight. Once again, Henry worked his magic, and I'll let him do the introductions.
All right. With us tonight, we have a very special guest from the Misfits tribute band, Plan 9, Mr. Scary Only. How you doing,
Welcome to the
man?
show, brother.
Good.
Right on, right on. All right, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this. So, how did Plan 9 come together?
Basically, what happened was I play in a band called Hellbillies. That's like my main band. And around Christmas of Halloween of '97, we were kind of goofing around because we used to busk out at Fisherman's Wharf. I played stand-up bass. We had the drummer played drums and the guitar player played guitar, right? And so we were just out there jamming like rockabilly shit. And then people, hey man, you know any Sabbath? We're like, yeah. So we started playing fucking Paranoid and stuff. And then we started playing punk rock songs. Then we started playing Misfits. We used to do that every Sunday, make like, $300. Halloween's approaching. I go, dude, we should just do a Misfits tribute, but psychobilly with a stand-up bass, right? And that'd be cool. So I had a friend who worked at the SF Weekly. They have like LA Weekly, OC Weekly. And I got like a quarter-page ad. Friend worked. He said, I'll give you a quarter-page ad. So I drew up this, did this whole mock-up that looked like the Walk Among Us cover with us in it, right? So we put it in a newspaper like 2 weeks leading up to Halloween. So we played this club. We load our gear in, go back to the house to, fucking change and fucking do our hair and bullshit. So we drive back at like 8 o'clock and there's a fucking line down the door, right? And I was like, that's weird because there's other clubs on the streets. Like, oh, it must be Halloween. Everyone's doing stuff. So we're walking up to the club and it's our club. It's like our show, right? I was like, what the hell, man? This is crazy. So it ended up selling out. So we're getting ready to play.
Wow.
And out in front, and right in front of us was James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, Jim Martin from Faith No More, Les Claypool from from Primus, and then like eventually our second drummer was all out there. I was like, this is crazy. So we go through our set. We had an original singer there. So we did like a psychobilly version of it. People were like, oh, that's cool, but nobody got it. Like, oh, that was a Misfits tribute. So we ended up doing like 2 shows with that, doing a stand-up bass and all that. So I decided, hell, let's just, since people like it so much, let's just try to do it the real way, with the the way the Misfits did it. So I painted all the banners and stuff and get all that going and rigged up my bass. I was calling Jerry, and Jerry gave me the template for his bass stock and the Earth AD bass stock. So I cut out the traditional one, which to me is the Walk Among Us one. Anyway, so we started doing that, and it kind of picked up. But up here in the San Francisco Bay Area, it was like, we did okay. But down in LA, it was like ferocious. Like we were packing places. So we went from playing like, decent sized clubs like headlining the House of Blues, the Key Club, Troubadour, the Roxy, and then down in Pomona, the Glass House, like big venues, right? So this is crazy.
Right.
Hellbillies go to tour on our newer album that came out, and we do the whole tour, and the road manager is like, because everyone kept coming up all through Europe, hey man, you got anything from Plan 9? And he's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So every stop, because people knew one of the people in the band was in Plan 9. They didn't know which one. So at the end of the tour, he's like, hey man, what's this Plan 9 thing? Oh, it's my other band I do. He goes, man, everyone keeps asking me if you guys have any t-shirts and all that. He goes, you guys have any original music? I went, yeah, I got original music. And I just lied because we didn't have anything. So he goes, I'll do a record with you guys, because he already did a record with Hellbillies. So we go back home, and then me and the drummer, our second drummer, ended up writing the entire first album, the 8 Hits from Hell, in my bedroom. Me and the drummer, right? So we wrote the whole album, and then the guitar player, Dr. Wu, also had songs, so we put it all together, sent them off the tape, and we recorded it here, sent off the tape to him, and he presses a record. He goes, oh man, I just pressed the first 5,000. It's sold out already in like less than a month. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna press it again. I want you guys to come. So he brought us out, and we did like a month. And our first show was in Hamburg. And we're playing, Misfit stuff, and then we play originals, Misfit stuff, and people are just like looking at us like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Because everyone in Europe only knew our album; they didn't know what we do. Because in Europe, people always dress up like other bands. They just thought we were a Misfits-looking band playing horror punk. So the road man's like, "Dude, why are you not playing your album?" I'm like, "Oh, we played 4 songs. Nobody wants to hear. They want to hear." So we ended up having to relearn all of our originals and then play the originals, like a couple Misfits songs, a bunch of originals, Misfits on a couple originals, then like a Misfits medley at the end. So our set list was like 39, 40 songs.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So by the time we got around the tour, we did that whole thing. And then we recorded the tour manager's brother is a videographer. Not his brother. Who was he? He was a friend, I guess. And he did Undead and Blood, 2 videos. Right. So we're like, oh, cool. And so in Undead, me and Dave, for all the promo shots, we had no shirts on. So we're like, yeah. So they shoot the thing in the middle of winter. This was like, I think early December. We're in this warehouse, empty warehouse with no windows. It's like 5 degrees outside. So, and then he wanted us to go from playing, because he intermixed us playing a song, like just miming a song, to us doing like this zombie stuff. And so I put my jacket, oh, no, you have to do it like in the video. It's supposed to be from the video. I'm like, what the hell, man? So me and Dave are like walking around just frozen. If I was smart, I would have had I known that, I would have wore a jacket. I said, why don't we just reshoot oh no, we're already done. We got to move on. So yeah, I didn't like the video when I saw it. It was not very, I watched it once and never watched it again. Same with Blood. I watched it once and never watched it again. Because it's not, in Europe, people really liked it. But here, I was just like this. Like, people always want to play it. I'm like, no. So it just wasn't what I would have done for a video. But yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So you're
basically how
you're up in the Frisco area?
The band started in Oakland, and then I ended up eventually moving to San Francisco. I used to work at Thrasher Magazine.
Okay, yeah.
Moved to San Francisco. Okay. I've been here ever since.
Wow. Yeah, I was stationed out in Alameda with a helicopter outfit years ago.
Back when that was
I was down in Frisco for about 4 years when it was still active. Yeah. So those big H-53 helicopters that used to buzz around the city. That was me.
I remember. But, I lived here during that time.
Yeah. So I was down in a little town called Union City by Niles Canyon. That's where my apartment was. And but yeah, I was there for 4 years, and it was pretty cool. We were all over the place, of course, but yeah, it's back in the day. Because when you said the wharf, I'm like, okay, that's Frisco, But yeah. I used to jet ski from the Alameda side. We used to chase the ferry because before they get the hydrofoil, they made a big wake behind it, Right. So you get behind the ferry and you're doing these monster jumps and stuff, and all these tourists got their cameras out and shit. It's like a
everybody.
Circus.
People still do that.
Still do that, yeah. So it was cool as hell. But wow, small world, man. Yeah, like I said, that's pretty awesome, man. That's definitely awesome. So you guys, obviously you spoke to Jerry Only and the other members of
I've known those guys since '82.
Wow. Okay. That's going back.
What happened was I knew of the Misfits, like in Trouser Press, there'd be little blurbs about them. And then I used to hang out at I forgot what the name of it is. KPFA. KPFA? Anyway, it was Maximum Rock and Roll radio station, right? So somebody came in with the Halloween 7-inch and played it. I go, who's this? It's a Misfits. Oh, this is what they sound like? And I was hooked. All of a sudden, I was like doing my hair, and I was like a Misfits. And so when they came out on the '82 tour, me and some other people, the band Social Unrest, a couple of us, we followed up and down the coast. If you watch that Goleta video that's been floating out the Circle Jerks, I'm in the video like right in front of Jerry, just like this in awe. Because there's nothing like them at that time. Nothing like that. It's like if you never saw Star Wars and then you see it today, you're like, oh, big deal, because those same effects have been, that lineage has been duplicated so far. Same with the Misfits, but at that time, it's just like blows your mind. And Misfits were just loud, noisy, just
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like when they would play live, people, like when we play, I taught myself to play bass, so I can play Misfit songs. But I'm always jumping around, so I go bang, hit stinkers, and I hear it. But most people, it's like
Nobody
Paul
hears
Stanley
it.
from Kiss said, people watch 80% with their eyes and 20% with their ears. They just want to
Correct.
see the show, and so I hit stinkers.
Mhm.
But Misfits live, I don't think. I mean, barely would Jerry hit the right chords. He'd just be going bang, and Doyle was out of tune and just hitting chords. And every time, once in a while, you'd hear Danzig go, "Hey,
Yeah.
Brito," like
Yeah. Yeah.
over this loud noise. But it was just something about it, man. It was just
Yeah.
nothing like it at that time. And they were
Well,
like
I
big
know.
dudes.
Oh, yeah, they're all jacked. I mean,
Well, now they are. Back then, they're. See, what's funny is we do the '80s of Misfits, so we're about the correct size of the Misfits in the '80s. People look at the Misfits
yeah.
now with steroid Doyle, and that's not what they looked like then. They were skinny
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah.
Even Jerry wasn't very big. Like I think now I'm bigger than Jerry was at that time. But yeah, we just do what the Misfits did in the '80s. We try to recreate it as much as we can, and it's been working for 20 something years now, almost 30 years.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we all grew up together. I went to punk rock high in Lodi, and so did my cousin Steve. So we were down the block from the Fits, and then we had Morning Noise.
Yeah,
That was my band with my cousin Steve. So Lodi was I want to say small town, but that area where we lived, it was the Fits, it was Morning Noise, and then it was, but we were all real close together in proximity. You can hear them blasting their rehearsals
it's
from my
kind of like
house. It was like,
it's kind of like the way Oakland was. Oakland and Emeryville. My first band was Christ on Parade. That's where Neurosis came out of, and we used to have a warehouse, and it was the same thing. It was very. You think of the Bay Area as a giant Bay Area, but Oakland has its own scene. San Francisco had its own scene, but the Oakland scene and the
right.
Berkeley scene was kind of homogenized into one scene. So it's kind of the same way. Very small area with a lot of bands.
A lot of stuff going on, and back then, I mean, we started. I mean, literally, but even before Morning Noise, we started playing in '78, '79. And there was garage bands everywhere. And they were doing all Zeppelin covers and stuff like that. And then you had the Misfits doing the original stuff. I don't know if you remember the Uncle Floyd show. They went on. Yeah, remember the Uncle Floyd show? That dude came out with a freaking paisley shirt, the hat, and shit. So anyway, yeah, they were on that.
We ended up getting those on VHS here. Like they.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, my friend would record a bunch of them, then send them to me, and then I'd record
Wow,
stuff out. We had Creature features out here in the '70s, so I'd record those and send those. So we were like swapping all the time with people.
Holy
That's
shit!
how we ended up getting all these different, tapes.
That's cool as hell.
But yeah, after I started trading toys with Danzig, like right before the Sam Hain time.
Wow.
And I used to call him, and we would just like swap because he started getting heavily into Japanese toys, and that's what I collected along with like monster stuff. So we start trading back and forth, and then I knew Pusshead Pusshead did the first two or the second, third Hellbillies record. I don't know if you know. It's Pusshead is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started doing our albums, and he was but then when Danzig came out to do that interview and stuff, it's just like a bunch of people hanging out and stuff. What's going on now? But but I've known them forever, and then Jerry I speak to the most. Well, I didn't really hang out with too much in the early days. I did, but lately, like when I saw him at Kirk Hammett's horror thing, he's like, "Oh, Hellberry," because Jerry always called me Hellberry from the Hellbillies. So he's like, "Oh, Hellberry." So we talked for a bit. But me and Jerry used to talk on the phone all the time. And the funny part was before, like in '93 or '94, Jerry called me and goes, "Hey, man, I want to go to Butcher Tower and Warehouse Records and do just a test the waters out to see if people care about Misfits anymore." So he flew out. We drove around to all these record stores to do in-person signings for him. So he goes, "Yeah, we're going to start." I go, I go, Danzig. "Oh no, we're going to look for somebody." And so I gave him a Hellbilly CD. I go, "I write songs and saying, "Oh, okay." So I gave it to him. Never heard back from him. Hey, did you ever listen to the music on it? Because our first album has like kind of punk. We're basically like a punk band with a stand-up bass and pumps, you know. So
Yeah.
there's a couple songs where I sing, not scream. So they listen to it and they're like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." So at that time, I was like broke, no job, you know, couch surfing and stuff. So Jerry's like, "Look, fly out here and we'll try you out." This is when they first started talking to Graves, but they didn't commit to him yet. I was like, "Dude, I had no money." I said, "Man, if you can help me out, I can, you know." And at that time it was like $500, which it might have been 5,000, and I had nothing to sell. I was asking everybody for money. There's no GoFundMe's, and so I'm not being able to go out, right? So they started working with Graves. He's like, "Dude, I really wish you could make it." I go, "I got no money, bro, man. I don't know what to tell you." So they ended up going with Graves, but he sent me a really nice letter. "Dude, I really wish you could have came out here and sang. It would have been cool at least to try you out, whether it worked or not, blah, 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 blah." So I just kept that letter
Wow.
to see, look, I was I was going to try out for him at least.
Yeah, yeah. That's freaking cool,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
yeah. But
Henry,
yeah,
you got
Plan
some more
9.
questions, Henry? Yeah.
Yeah. So your bass, did you make that bass like the way they do, or did
Parts.
you, or you
Yeah,
got parts?
it got hot rodded basically.
Hot rodded the hot rod, huh?
Yeah. So I got
Awesome,
another
awesome.
bass that I'm going to set up as the Earth AD bass, but it's got some wiring issues, so that probably won't come out. Because our next show we're playing is in Austin at the Nosferatu Festival. We're headlining.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
damn.
know.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we're headlining
That's gonna be on February 28th,
27th,
27th. Okay,
27th, 27th and 28th, that Friday and Saturday. So
okay.
we're flying out. We're flying out the Thursday, and then flying out the Thursday, then coming back. Fuck this light. Flying out Thursday, coming back on Sunday morning. So we're just flying and doing the show, flying back. But me and the drummer the guitar player and the singer are going to hang out there. They're going to go like to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, which I've seen a billion times. I don't care
Awesome.
about
Yeah,
any of
cause
that.
yeah, I'm in San Antonio, so I'm like an hour. I'm about less than an hour away. So, and I'm off on Fridays now. So I'm really, really
Come
gonna
on
try
out.
to make that show.
How far is San Antonio from Austin?
Uh, I think it's like 95 miles.
Oh, that's not
Yeah, I
bad.
don't think you're that far off the
Yeah,
mark.
it takes
Like
about,
driving from here to Santa
depending on
Cruz.
traffic. Yeah, it takes usually, depending on traffic and when you go, it usually takes about maybe an hour at the most just to get to Austin. So it's a nice little
That's not
drive.
bad. Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. And one of the bookers out here goes,
No.
"You're playing that club?" And I go, "What about it?" It's a coffee shop, right? And I go, and of course he books a small club. I'm like, by all the photos I saw, it's the same size as the club we play here. There's a club in Albany that we play a lot because the guy keeps booking us for that, but I kind of want to hold off playing because we played there too much. But it's the same. It looked the same size to me. It had a stage, and it's like, as long as you got a stage, I'm not playing on the floor. We used to play on the floor, and that never went well, especially in LA, because it's just all of a sudden like you're playing and people stand back, and then you play a song they know, all of a sudden,
No.
people like fucking in your face, man. So I prefer stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had people. We were down on the floor in Huntsville. We have people like grab my singer's microphone or try to scream at
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
It's just so packed in there, and even though like everybody's wireless per se, and it's a thrash fest, and it's like you're playing but you're getting fucking beat up. You know what I mean? It's like you just get
yep.
knocked around the whole time. I'm like Jesus. I had some girl. I don't know where the fuck she came from. We're just doing whatever. She's like jumps on my back, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I turn around and I'm like, so I got her off me. She was probably drunk or whatever. And she's like, ah, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And she grabbed my singer, my female singer. She's screaming in the microphone, I'm like, it got wild. I'm like, holy shit. After that show, we went home and they licked our wounds. We got beat up. I was like, that was insane.
Yeah, we had one show where this guy threw an ice cold, like super hot and sweaty there. I just saw an army jacket arm go between the crowd, just throw a cold beer and snap my E string. I was like, God damn it. So the guitar plays, oh, show's over. I went, I got strings in my case. I would just keep playing the fucking song. So in the span of one song, I got to change and we start playing again. So me and the guitar player are going to find that guy. I just remember an army jacket because I looked up and I just saw this arm. So we found the guy. He's going to the bathroom. We just shut the door behind him and then had him against the wall. He's like, I go, dude, what'd you throw beer in our face for? You broke my string, man. You owe me for a string. And we just like had him against the wall. Where it's like, he's just like, So I thought Carl was going to hit him, but he ended up not hitting him. It was pretty funny. I mean, it sucked at the time. But,
Yeah, it gets it gets crazy. And I never bring any of my good equipment too. You know what I mean? I bring the cheapest shit I got. 'Cause you know it's going to get pushed around, stepped on, dropped. Like I said, beer or whatever the case is. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm bringing a $2,000 fucking guitar, and go
our
play
old
some club in
singer
Huntsville.
Joe, because the end of my bass is pointy, and he always jumps around, and the whole side of his face and his arms are pockmarked from getting poked in the bass. And just every time we play, he goes, "Oh, that hurt," And then after a while, he just literally had dots on his face, neck, and down his arm because he'd always run into me. We play like a smaller club.
Shit.
Even if we play a bigger club, he'd like, roar, he'd jump around. He was like really good friends with Danzig, and he looked like Danzig, which was the most hilarious part. And he just like plowed into my bass constantly, man. He was just peppered with holes, man. It was pretty funny. I can tell him, dude. Funny. He goes, "Get another bass head." I went, "No, I'm not gonna get another bass head." Yeah. And the funny thing about playing shows, like we'll play Gilman and some of the, like down in LA, we never got hassled for headlining because we're a tribute band. But in the Bay Area, we played a show at Gilman. It was kind of like a mid-tier punk band. I don't remember who the hell they were called. So a lot of times I'm the one who gets stuck selling merch. I'm sitting behind the counter. And the guy, I forgot the name of the band, but he started playing the Misfits. Like, oh, yeah, we're not going to do that dumb shit like that band. And he's like saying all this real out-of-pocket shit to me. And that's when like Dr. Wu came in and our singer at the time, Joe Hated, I think it was Joe Hated, came in. And he's like, making fun of us, right? And I was like, yeah, fuck you guys. And then he's like, and then they went on, because we played right after him. He goes, yeah, it's kind of funny. We play all original music and we're playing under a fucking tribute band, not realizing at that time we had 2 albums out of originals, right? So I was just like, yeah, dick. And I was sitting right next to his merch guy, and the merch guy's just like this kind of, I was like looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude? So we go up there to play, and I go, yeah, for the dumbass and the other band, you guys can buy our 2 records of originals over there, And he's like, just I can't remember their names, man, but they are tools. And then we were getting paid because Gilman, they kind of split the money up by whatever. So I go back there, I go, dude, what is your problem with us? What is your fucking problem? Oh, you're a fucking tribute band. I go, you guys don't even have an album out. We have 2 albums of originals. What the fuck have you been doing? You don't even have a goddamn record out or a cassette. I go, yeah, your originals obviously suck because nobody wants to put your music out. And he's like, you get in my face? I go, I'm in your face, motherfucker. And he backed off, and they're all driving off, and they're like flipping us off. Like, yeah, fuck you guys. I wish I remembered their name. I'll have to find the flyer. Yeah, they were knobs.
Oh, wow.
Some band.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends that we get together on Messenger, and we the first thing that they asked me was, "Hey man, have you heard of Plan 9?" I was like, "Yeah, I know Plan 9, the Misfits tribute band." "Yeah, man, what do you think of their originals?" I said, "I think they're awesome, man." And everybody says the same thing. Funny that it's cool that y'all play the Misfits songs, but it's also really badass that y'all do y'all's own original material too. Because most tribute bands
how I got the idea, actually. Have you ever heard of a Japanese band called Balzac?
Yes.
They did some collabs with Jerry, right? So how I found, because I used to live in Japan, so I saw their stuff, and I was listening to them, and when they first started, they were a Japanese Misfits tribute band. And that's how I saw them, Misfits tribute band. Oh, that's cool. They do what they do, played good and stuff. Oh, that's cool. And then I saw they had a 45 out, so I bought the 45, and it's originals. And then they kind of mutated into originals. Plan 9 just started, and I go, that's what I want to do. I'm going to keep the Misfits theme, but do original. That's kind of the path I took. When I met Maso in Japan, I was like, because he knew a Plan 9. I go, yeah, I basically took your idea, doing Misfits tribute, but they just gave up Misfits stuff and then went to originals, whereas we just kind of kept and did both because the originals people liked and didn't really care for the Misfits stuff. People liked the Misfits stuff, didn't care for the originals. So we just kind of tread that little line of both. But that song Blood, which I literally wrote that crossing the Bay Bridge from San Francisco back to Oakland. It just kind of like popped in my head, the whole thing. And that song to me was like, let's not put it on. I didn't think that song was that great to begin with, but it's the song is played on the radio, and it's the one everyone likes. And there's a band in Texas called Horrifics, I think they are. They recorded it. And I go on YouTube, and there's like 7 bands all cover that song. I was like, the hell, man? Of all the songs on the album, you guys cover Blood, but people seem to really like it, and I don't know why.
Wow.
It's like not one of my favorite songs. It's the one everyone loves, so go figure.
If it works, though.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Plan 9 song. It's Blood.
Yeah. Da 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 da. That came in my head, so I turned the radio off. I was trying to remember da 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 da. I kept going da 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 all the way home. Then I got my bass out, played da 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 da. Then I came out the bridge part, and then I just recorded the whole thing. And we went to practice and started jamming on it. Because me and Mike had a horror punk band, not horror, it was more like a death rock band called Ghouls, and we played Blood, but it wasn't that. It was a different arrangement. But basically, same song, but it was a girl singer, and it was arranged differently. Like the little bridge wasn't the same. And then Plan 9 came around. I wanted to play it faster because you used to go da 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 da. I was like, this thing drags, and then we sped it up, and everyone liked it. So go figure. So
sometimes that's how stuff just kind of comes together like that. You know what I mean?
it's like Janie Lane from Warren goes, I hated Cherry Pie. That's a song everybody wanted to hear. He goes, man, I'm so sick of playing that song. That's how it is with Blood, man. I'm just like, but people like it. So whatever.
You never know. The stuff that you think is like, it sucks. I can't. This is horrible or whatever. We just threw this together in 5 minutes, and it's like your most popular shit. It's like, well, how does that happen?
In Hellbillies, we have a song called Bucket of Blood. Same thing. Across the Bay Bridge, wrote the lyrics and music before I hit the other end, like 9 minutes. And wrote the lyrics, then called the guitar player, left a message on his phone, just playing the whole song on bass. And then we jammed, and that's the song everybody loves. And I don't know why. It's one of the most basic ass songs. 3 chords.
Yeah. That's
literally.
But you know what's, sometimes that's what, works. It's just a simple, basic song, not too over the top. Like with my current band that I just got finished with, we did a song called Sexy Tonic Gin, and it was just a studio jam, a warm-up. It was just a warm-up fucking jam. Nothing. It was total bullshit, and we wound up recording it. And the guy came out from the booth. He's recording rehearsal sessions. It's like, keep playing that. We're like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm fucking playing.
Yeah, I hear
my
that
singer
story
just
a lot.
riffing. But that's how that shit happens.
Just noodle around on something that ends up being the song.
Goes
that turned out to be the best song.
Yeah. Just goes from out of nowhere.
But
so with you kind of froze your video.
We re-released this.
There we go.
Get it out of the glare, and then this. So the B side on this one is just all. It's tracks we either redid and then just other ones. Like we do a Danzig song and stuff, but because the other original 8 hits was basically 4 on one side, 4 on the other. So this one we decided to, because we're going to start recording our new album, and so the label put this out just in the meantime until that one comes out. So, and then we'll probably tour on that. But we've been trying to get out to Jersey and New York because we had so many messages and emails and shit. Oh, come out to the East Coast, play Jersey, play here, play there. I'm like, so what we want to do is what Hellbillies used to do. We'd get like a local band that wants to tour. We'd fly in, use their amps and stuff, play, and they just select the opening band for the whole tour, and we fly back. And then we can fly in, play a bunch of places people want to see you fly out. Like Texas, I wanted to play all over Texas and play like OKC, but there's a no compete clause because he just wants us for that one show. So I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we want to come back to Texas and we want to go to the East Coast. Um, we all work and stuff, so it's hard for us to take months off. So flying in to like the East Coast, doing 2 weeks, fly back, and then go like to Texas, do a week, fly back, and jump. Unless we get a booker that is getting great guarantees, and we'll obviously that will all change. But
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now we're kind of in that boat. But
Well, if when you do the Texas show, maybe Henry could get out there and take some shots with you guys. When you're all
yeah,
fucking misfitted out and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah.
So
we
I just
definitely
want.
want to go out to Jersey and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would, guys.
I just don't
Really,
know
think
anybody who
you guys
books out
would go
there.
really over well here in San Antonio too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of tribute bands that pass through, and there's a lot of tribute bands actually here in San Antonio. Um, so I think that would work really, really well. But I'm definitely going to make that Austin show. I'll probably go on that Friday, and yeah, it's going to be. I can tell it's going to be good. It's going to be awesome.
Well, it's funny because the guy never put us on the website like for a month. I go, dude, and people are going, you guys aren't on the bill. I don't see you guys on. I was like, what? So I looked again, and I go, dude, we're not even on the bill. Nobody knows, like, because I keep getting these messages of people. I was going to buy a ticket, but I'm not going to buy a ticket if you're not playing. I go, we're playing, and so I finally looked through the whole website. I go, dude, we're not even mentioned in it. So I wrote to dude. I go, dude, we're not even mentioned. I said, we get a lot of people wanting to buy tickets, but nobody's going to buy a ticket if we're not playing.
Right.
You guys need
Right.
to fix that website like
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dumb. We're gonna play to nobody because nobody's gonna know we're playing. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but
we have
it is what it is.
I'm up in northeast corner of Alabama. I went up here after Katrina. So I was down in New Orleans. So anyway, we have a Mars Music Hall in Huntsville, which is a pretty large venue. They got a lot of bands that come through there, and that might be something to look at too. There, Birmingham, even Nashville would go over really, really big.
Yeah, it'd be
Probably
nice to
for you
do like
guys.
Texas, like go Texas and go like a little east
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But there's definitely a big following. I didn't know when I wound up here by accident that there was even a punk scene, and then someone contacted me, uh, and I was like, really? Where's this? I have no idea. I'm on a
Where's this
farm.
at?
I'm in the middle of nowhere, at the top of a mountain on a farm, going, well, okay, I guess. What are you gonna do? This is where I wound up after the fucking hurricane, right? And yeah, so Huntsville's got a really big scene out that way. Macon, Georgia's got a huge punk scene. As a matter of fact, Jason Virus has put out a bunch of albums, and he does some Danzig stuff, and he does a lot of original stuff as well. And we've done the Macon Art Center. There's another small club down there. The Art Center is huge. That's a full on venue. That's not some little bullshit
Yeah, it's
bar.
just with tour, like
But
going to do tours, you got to find clubs that actually can pull people on like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because usually
right,
Thursday,
yeah,
Friday,
yeah, yeah.
Saturday are easy nights to fill. Monday, Sunday,
Right,
Monday, Tuesday, man, and Wednesday are kind of like oofa.
tough. Yeah, yeah, it's
You
tough.
don't,
It's tough.
yeah.
Definitely.
So that's why popping in to do long weekends and things like that is just economically
Probably the
better
best thing
for
to do.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
Makes more sense. All right. I'm
because I
gonna
mean Southwest.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
No, I was just
well, I was just gonna say I'm gonna ask the last two questions, and we'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. First one: what are your first? Well, I'm not your first. What are your some of your favorite Misfits songs to cover?
play 20 Eyes, Martian. Damn, there's too many.
Last Caress? Come on.
Probably Earth AD.
Okay.
Yeah, we play either Archangel or Sam Hain. We were going to start doing Twist of Cain, but we're going to do the Sam Hain version of Twist of Cain before it became a Danzig one, which is kind of the
Yeah.
same but not. Like we used to do horror business like Sam Hain for a while. We just got tired of doing the original way, so we started doing the da 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 da, like the Sam Hain
Yeah, yeah.
version. So yeah, it's kind of cool because people who know it. People who don't are like, oh, that's a weird way. Like we used to play Ratfink. What was the other one we did? Spook City, like Brain News. There's like we used to play like weirder songs, like TV Casualty and stuff. People in the Misfits dug it. People who didn't know are just like looking at you like, I don't know what this is, man. I don't know what this is, man. Like locally, everyone knows our originals. So we play originals. But now, like if we played out of town, everyone knows the originals now because it's on every streaming service, so people just like download everywhere. So
Wow.
people
Yeah.
screaming the lyrics back to us and stuff. So I'm like, okay, people, you guys do know the songs.
Yeah, that's what
We
you
get a
want,
lot of
man.
college radio airplay. Like when
Okay.
Man-Made Monster came out, we got a lot of college radio airplay from all over. It's got a lot of messages from people
That's
from
awesome.
like Georgia, and Florida, and New York, and Maine, and
Wow.
Chicago, and stuff. I love your band, man. And I was like, thanks.
Wow.
Any bookers?
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
So, actually, I lied. There was three more questions. That was one of them. The other one is, what are some of your favorite originals to play live?
because I wrote them, but Man-Made Monster, War of the Worlds, and a one song our guitar player Dr. Wu wrote called Revenant's Rise. We don't play because it's a little too long and plotty, but it's very Danzig-y. But it's let me look again really quick. War of the Worlds, Man-Made Monster, and 13 Shades of Black, which which for some reason it's a perfect song to play. We are playing it in Austin because it's a song about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so it's like the perfect song for that. And that's probably the other one, not because I wrote them, just because those are the songs I like the best.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
yeah, so we're gonna have a little different set for Austin. We're gonna pop out some ones we don't normally play. So,
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
course,
we
we're
just
doing
had yeah we just had Alan Danziger on our show about a few months ago. He was
Nice.
pretty cool dude, man. Yeah.
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact,
He sent us out some swag and stuff. He was cool, man.
yeah, he was really cool.
Oh yeah, he sent you the bobblehead.
Yeah, he sent me a bobblehead.
Chainsaw
And-
Jerry.
Chainsaw Jerry. That's what it says in the front, and then in the back. Yeah, I don't. It's kind of hard to see, but he signed it in the back.
It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but he was in San Antonio not too long ago. A few weeks after he was on our show, and I got to actually meet him in person, and he signed an 8x10 for me to Henry Horror. Quit goofing on me. He says that in the movie. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So for people that don't know, where can they go to find out more about Plan 9 and listen?
You can. I think we have an Instagram, but our Instagram got taken down by I guess the AI bots saw something that they didn't like, so they killed it.
Nice.
So, but our Facebook is where we have the most action, and that's facebook.com/Plan 9 Misfits Tribute. YouTube, it's just youtube.com/Plan 9 Misfits Tribute. TikTok, Plan 9 Misfits Tribute. And Instagram, it's Plan 9_Misfits Tribute. But everything's there, like videos on YouTube, videos on Facebook as well, too. And then we have a Reverb Nation, which has stuff on it. And then we're on Spotify, Apple Music, Reverb Nation. Yeah, anywhere. I mean, all of our albums are on YouTube as well too.
YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll find this this will go on both of our Facebook pages. And then we're using Rumble. So the Inertia channel's on Rumble. It just works out better for us, especially for the longer versions of stuff. And then we don't get hit with all that, like you said, all the bot stuff. They something's taken down, or we can't put this on. Rumble doesn't do that. But we're using all of the other platforms in conjunction with that. If they do something, well, it'll always go out on Rumble. Like I just did reactivated my YouTube channel. Johnny Noise at Noise Nation, and then Henry has his. So we're hitting everything. So if someone has an issue or an AI thing happens, it'll still go out somewhere else. It's just we had an issue.
I put nothing on any of my pages that's going to be even misconstrued as anything, because
No, you can't.
How our page got taken down is Dr. Wu bought a new guitar and it just had this weird symbol on it, which the artist just made it up, but it looked like something Celtic that almost looked like something. I mean, I looked at it, doesn't look Nazi anything, but it's just a logo on the guitar that's inlaid in the neck. And I guess AI, close enough. And it took down his page, and his page connected our page, took our page down, but it was nothing. And he tried to fight it, and just nothing you can do, man.
No,
like, adios.
Happened to us. We had
hell of followers on it too. Doyle used to comment on us all the time, reshare our stuff, and so I keep adding them and tagging them and stuff. Go, hey, we're back, man. We used to interact with us all the time, repost all of our junk, and we had a really, really strong following. And then just one day, it's like, you cannot access this page. I was like, what?
Yep. Woke up to that one morning. I was less than happy about that. I was really, honestly, I was pissed off. But lesson learned from it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Lesson learned from it, and we're coming back a lot stronger now, and the people are still digging it. So we're it's all good.
Facebook was weird. Our biggest presence was Instagram, and then Instagram got taken down. So I started posting more on Facebook, and then because we had 5,000 followers, so I just posted a little more regularly. And then for some reason, we just hit the algorithm, went from 5,000 to 10,000 in 2 weeks, and now we're at 16,000. It just in a very short span of time. Also, got all this engagement, so I just keep popping on Facebook, and then because before I'd post something on Instagram, immediately goes to Facebook, but now it doesn't. They're not connected. They won't let me connect anymore. So kind of screwed. So I have to post on both pages each time. But Instagram just doesn't seem to be. We haven't hit an algorithm on that yet.
Yeah, it's weird how all that works. Even on YouTube, I can do a quick little short and play some guitar, and the next day it's got 1,500 hits. You do something else, it'll sit for 6 months, and 5 people see it. It's like, well, how does that freaking work? It's just the weirdest thing.
Weird.
So
and you're thinking, I'm doing something wrong, but I just did the same thing I always did. I didn't do anything different. I didn't post anything weird. I just bing, 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 just one day, I was getting 1,700 views. I was like, oh, what did I do? And I looked at the picture. I go, that's weird. It's been still going strong. I keep getting all these, you're a top creator, every couple of weeks. So
yeah, I get that shit too. Yeah. Put something else out there. You're doing great. And I was like, where's my check, you motherfucker?
Right.
It's like top creator, nothing. Our Rumble account, I think we got 34 cents. I'm like, hey, I can go buy my yacht now. I'm a big Rumble star.
I don't monetize the TikTok stuff at all.
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of honestly, we're doing this, for fun in a way, but we're meeting so many cool people. It just started moving faster and faster and faster, and I was like, okay, I guess we got a show. It started out as just being, I was just kind of not goofing around, but we took it kind of lighthearted, and one thing led to another. It was like now we're getting people, who've been in the movies and different bands on, and so the bar is just rising higher and higher, kind of. And so we're like, hey, we appreciate everybody that comes on the show, man. It's just I just have a good time doing this with Henry. We really do. We're talking to guys like you and stuff like that. It's just, for me, it's awesome because not only that, especially with your backstory, it just brings back memories for me going back to when I was in high school. With I think Doyle was 2 years ahead of me. So it's like you go back to Lodi High School. You had Doyle, you had Erie Vaughn. We were all in the same fucking art class. So it just to go back and to kind of think about that through your experiences, to me is cool as hell.
I'm surprised Plan 9's still going. It's almost 30 years and it's still going.
Yeah, man, fuck yeah.
Bizarre. Yeah. Like, I thought it was going to be a one-off goof, and it just kind of spiraled into.
It goes crazy.
So I started going with it.
Yeah, it's like if it works, don't fuck with it. Keep going.
Exactly.
Enjoy the ride, man. Just keep on surfing the waves and keep fucking going.
Should have picked the type of band to tribute that I didn't have to have my shirt off all the time, so I don't have to constantly go to the gym.
Yeah. I get you. That's why loose. I wear loose stuff now. You can't. It's crazy. But dude, I'll let Henry wrap this up. But thank you so much for coming on our show. Keep us posted. Henry will keep kind of tabs on you if you got to Texas and maybe
27th. We're going to be out. We're going to be out the Thursday before. We're going to get there in the morning, so we'll be there all day Thursday. We'll be there all day Friday, and we're flying out.
Fucking A.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, definitely. And you're more than welcome.
Little stay.
Yeah. You got something you're doing, working on, putting out, whatever, give us a holler. We'll come back on the show and do it again. It was awesome talking to you, man. Definitely. Yeah.
Door's always open, man. Whenever you want to come back on the show, just hit us up, let us know. I'm definitely going to go to the show in Austin.
When our new album comes out, I'll get a hold of you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, do that, brother, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. And get and land the plane there, Henry. Rock on, brother.
Yeah. All right, guys. On the plane here. Again, we'd like to thank our guest, Mr. Scary Only from Plan 9, and we will see you in the next video.